How's it going, guys? It's Peak Reacts, and I'm back with another bowl preview video. This is going to be the first preview between two Power 5 schools, and it's going to be Oklahoma State versus Miami. Two ranked teams, in fact, to top it off. Oklahoma State ranked 21, Miami ranked 18. It'll be the Cheez-It Bowl, Tuesday, December 29th at 5:30 p.m. on ESPN. So when we look at this game, we're going to start off looking at Oklahoma State. They went 7-3 on the year. They're 21 in the nation. Finished third in the Big 12. Went 6-3 in Big 12 Conference. They started the year 4-0 with wins over West Virginia, Tulsa, and Iowa State. So they were looking like they could be the only team from the Big 12 to get a real shot at the playoff. But then they took a loss to Texas, barely squeaked by Kansas State, and then took a big-time drubbing against Oklahoma, 41-13. Beat Texas Tech, lost to TCU, and then beat Baylor to end the year. So they're coming into this game 3-3 in their last 6 after starting 4-0. So we'll see if them coming in a little cold will affect them. But then we look at Miami, who could be coming in a little colder. They went 8-2 on the year, 7-2 in the ACC. Finished third in the ACC on the year. Started off 3-0 with wins over Louisville, UAB, FSU. Then took a big-time drubbing to Clemson. Then kind of put that behind them and wheeled off 4 straight and got to 8-1. And then the last game of the season against UNC, if they won this game, they would have probably gone to a New Year's Six, most likely to play Texas A&M where UNC is now. But they took the loss pretty handily, 62-26. It was an absolute, just terrible showing from the Miami defense. They gave up 778 total yards. They gave up 2 200-yard rushers. So that was just an embarrassing way to end the regular season, and they just got to hope they can put that behind them. The key player for them is quarterback Derek King. He was the transfer from Houston, and he's been a major upgrade for the quarterback in the offense, but is also a huge leader in the locker room and could really set the culture for Miami in the future. He's thrown for 2,573 yards, 22 touchdowns, and only 5 picks, while adding 520 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns. Whatever he'll take Miami as far as they can go. Everything goes through him on offense, and if you can take him off his game, that's how you slow down the Hurricanes. The key players for Oklahoma State is probably Tylan Wallace is the biggest player on the team. He missed the regular season finale against Baylor. But he's got 877 yards on the year, 6 touchdowns. Those all coming from Spencer Sanders, who's thrown for 1,700 yards, 10 touchdowns, but he does have 8 picks. They're going to be without their leading rusher, Chuba Hubbard, who opted out midway through the year. But Desmond Jackson has stepped up pretty big to fill his shoes. But the question is, can Oklahoma State replicate what North Carolina did to Miami on the ground? Because North Carolina did combine for over 500 rushing yards, and the offensive line just pounded Miami at the point of attack. So that's going to be the key for Oklahoma State to win, because I don't think they can win it through the air. They're going to have to establish the ground game like UNC did, and then take your shots in the air. Oklahoma State's been very successful under Mike Gundy in bowl games, so that should be a plus for them, that they're just good in bowl games. They've got good experience in bowl games. And then storyline for Miami, they obviously played poorly in the season finale, and they're going to go into this game without 2 starting ends in Quincy Roche and Jalen Phillips, who both have declared for the draft. And they've also played really poorly in their last 3 bowl appearances, including an embarrassing 14-0 loss to Louisiana Tech in the Independence Bowl last year. They've scored just a combined 3 points in their past 2 bowl games. But for the Miami culture, this is probably a must-win bowl game, just because you want to give yourself a catapult into next year, especially with some big recruits coming in. You just want to set the tone with this year, end with 9 wins on the year, and probably in top 15 in the country. And then that's a successful season for Miami at this point and where they are. So the spread is Oklahoma State by 2. The over-under is 58. I'm probably taking the over on the over-under, and then I think Miami covers, and I've got Miami winning this game. Derek King is such a leader. He's going to be the best player on the field, in my opinion, biggest playmaker. Tylan Wallace can't make plays without Spencer Sanders, and Sanders just sometimes turns the ball over too much. But King takes care of the ball, gets it to his playmakers. One of those playmakers includes Mike Hartley, who went for 730 on the year and 6 touchdowns. So if he can just get it to his playmakers, make plays with his legs, I think he can lead this offense and score just more points at Oklahoma State than Miami. I think they have the more talented defense. The question is, will they play to that talent? Because obviously they didn't against UNC. But I think Manny Diaz is going to get this team up, and I think they're going to get this win in the Cheez-It Bowl. Comment down below if you think Miami's going to win or if you think it's Oklahoma State. It's really a toss-up in my opinion. It could go either way, but I think Miami just has the better playmaker, leader, and player in D'Eriq King. That's going to do it. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to pick Miami if you want to go undefeated because I am 5-0. That'll be it. Peace.